Okay, welcome to Comfort Havoc number 2. My name is James Williams Jr. This video is about being grateful and remembering where the hell you come from. Alright, so again, let me first thank my 87 followers because I just made a video thanking you. In case you missed it, here we go. I want to thank you guys because I know what I've been through over the last 19 years. And I have been struggling to break into this business, and it's just not happening. There are days where I want to quit. Literally, there are days when I want to quit, but I fear that the day I do that, success will be right around the corner and it'll pass me by and it'll be my own fault because I did the one thing that I am against in life, which is quitting. I don't believe that you should ever quit unless you are physically unable to do something, like my 5 years of not being able to do martial arts. That was a pain in the ass. So a lot of my videos has a lot of talking in it because the doctor specifically said no wushu, no Wing Chun, no Jikundo, no kickboxing, no martial arts, no martial arts, no martial arts. And the second they cleared me to jog, I started doing martial arts. I probably should have been jogging, but I started doing martial arts. And they specifically said no running and no heavy lifting. You will probably never be able to do that again. So weight training is out. So there goes that. But I never like weights anyway. I prefer push-ups. So that being said, let's move on to the major point of this video. So earlier today, I read news article on Top Buzz. I'm trying to think. It has something to do with Hulk Hogan and Ronda Rousey and the WWE and that kind of thing. Alright, so let's look at it from where I stand. Alright? I like Ronda Rousey. I like Hulk Hogan. I'm more of a Rock fan than Hulk Hogan. Not that I was never a Hulk Hogan fan, because when he set you up for that signature leg drop, now compared to back then, the leg drop was the shit. But now, the leg drop's like not even remotely close to seeming somewhat dangerous. Anyway, not like the Ultimate Warrior and his gorilla press slam. Moves have improved and increased. And I will always be a wrestling fan, even if I never get a chance to get in the square circle myself. Due to my hip replacement, I doubt any sports company would let me be a wrestler. But I still need a job, and I'll take whatever they offer me. Anyway, so Hulk Hogan and Ronda Rousey had a tweet thing, and he responded to her tweet about how MMA was real and wrestling was not. Alright, so in my post, I'm going to be honest with you, I love Ronda Rousey. I've never gotten a chance to get into the UFC. They didn't have my weight class until 2010, and by then I was already signed up at the Army and I was 37 years old. So that should tell you where I am now. Anyway, they didn't have the 125 and down weight class. And the highest I've ever been in my weight was 130, and that was because the Army made you eat those meat and potatoes. May have had some steroids or something in there too, I don't know. Because I bulked up pretty good, and I stopped eating meat and potatoes. I started eating sandwiches. I packed up on sandwiches. I really just bulked up on sliced bread and ham. That's not relevant. But anyway, so she was talking about how she doesn't have any intentions on returning to the WWE full time. And I get that, once you get a taste of the good life, it's kind of hard to go back. But here's that thing about me. If I get a taste of the good life, and there's a big fucking I in the if I get a taste of the good life, I'm not going to forget where I came from. And I'm going to explain that a little bit later in the video. But her and Hogan went at it, and my comment specifically was, as I remove this Band-Aid, I got a paper cut. Ow. Sorry. But here's how I look at it. MMA and wrestling, they're both fucking real. If you haven't ever been power bombed, then you probably won't know that that shit hurts and that the moves are real. Now, I will say this. If you haven't been punched in the face, then you won't know that MMA is real. All that shit is real. The problem that I have is with the fact that, people tend to forget how hard it is to get discovered. People tend to forget how hard it is to get into this business. I need to find my liquid Band-Aid. Sorry. It kind of just hit me that I need to find that liquid Band-Aid. Well, anyway. Doubt it. I'm gonna about to scream like a little girl in a minute. So, God, it sucks. Don't leave home without it. And yeah, it burns like a motherfucker. Okay, so I have not gotten into the wrestling world, and I've been street fighting from the ages of 6 to 12, so I know that getting hit in the face fucking sucks. The last good fights I've had was the age of 15. So I haven't really been in any really good fights after that. I got hit in the face by driving a stolen car once, you know. But other than that, you know, nobody bothers me. Now, I will say, you know, I'm not a boxer, but I can fight. If I'm in a boxing ring, I'm probably going to get my ass beat. If I'm in an MMA fight, and if the rules are like they were when I talked to my boy, then I'm probably going to get my ass beat because of the simple fact that I fight. I don't want to have restrictions of not being able to knee someone in the solar plexus and elbow them in the spine when they're attacking me, because in a real fight, I'm going to knee you in the shoulder plexus and I'm going to elbow you in the spine. I'm going to make sure that you never want to fight me ever again. You have to understand that, you know, sports entertainment is just that, sports entertainment. Alright? All the wrestlers know the drill. I'm not here to ruin the wrestling fantasy for anyone. Just to get that out of the way. It is a business. You know when you're going to get the championship, you have to earn it. You know when they're going to take it from you. They let you know weeks in advance. Your fans don't know, but you know. Alright? And a lot of their jobs is to elevate other wrestlers to make them hot. And the hotter you are in wrestling, the more money you have, the more your population grows, the chance of you having that belt is on your fan base. If your fans think you deserve to be the champion, you're gonna fucking be the champion. Until such a time as the higher ups or people who have a little bit more clout than you decide, yeah, you know, his reign should come to an end. Let's see how well he defends it for a year. If he defends it successfully for a year, no hooks, no crooks, he's got it. Which also was another thing. There was another report about Taz, the wrestler, saying stuff about he knew he was screwed when the WWE did something or another. People like me, who don't get a chance because of my height, because of my weight. People like me who don't get a shot, who get looked over, passed by. We know where our bread and butter come from. If one of the independent wrestling leagues from GalaxyCon calls me tomorrow and say, hey, you want a job? You can be an announcer. We can see about putting you in the ring, even though we know your hip's a little fracked up. We can take it easy on you. We can find something for you to do. I'll take that job. You know why? Because being in front of people and in front of the camera makes me happy. It really wouldn't be about the money for me as much as it would be, I'm going to need money to sustain myself, but I want to be happy. And to me, happiness is gold compared to everything else. Now, I'm a poor person. No, I'm not working a job that I like, but I need to work. I'm not going to school for a job that I want to do, but I need to work because I don't have golden opportunities knocking down my door because I'm 5'3.5", and most people see me as nothing. There's not a lot of 5'3.5" dudes going around successfully ruling the ring. It's not a lot of 5'3.5" dudes going around successfully ruling the MMA circuit. But of course, back in 1995, I'm fresh out of high school in 93 and I want to do the shit. Oh, you need to get your weight up. Oh, we don't have guys that's under 120 pounds. So, no opportunities for UFC or Pride or Rep. But if the world would have worked out a little bit differently and they didn't underestimate us short people, I would have been a champion. About 3 or 4 times over. Because I know my skills can handle it. Point of the video, though, is you need to remember where your bread is buttered. If I got an opportunity And then a better opportunity came along. And I didn't have any legal ramifications, and I left whoever gave me the first opportunity on good terms. You better believe, no matter how bad that company treated me, I'm going to keep my fucking mouth shut. Because I never know when I'm going to have to go back to that company. Alright? And I want to leave every place on good terms. Because you have to remember, every fucking foot you stomp on your way up to the top is going to be everyone's ass you're going to have to kiss, lick, or smell on your way to the bottom. So, as high as you can climb, you can always take a fall. I've never had nothing. So if I get something, I'm going to hold on to it for dear life. And I'm going to make sure that I remember where my bread is buttered. I'm going to remember to be grateful for getting an opportunity when so many people who work and bust their ass ain't given an opportunity. Not even looked at a second time. Not even given a first shot, which is my story. 19 years I have busted my ass trying to make movies, trying to get a career, trying to do the right thing, not going about it in southbound ways by crooked deals and making people deals that I can't obtain. You know, I've done the best I could for a very long time. I joined the army because my heart got broken and I needed a job. There's a studio in Petersburg that just refused to give me a job. Maybe it was because I'm short, maybe it was because I'm mixed, but they just would not give me a job. They wouldn't let me be the cook, they wouldn't let me be the janitor, they wouldn't let me be the stunt man, they wouldn't let me be the writer, they wouldn't let me be the director. If you're in the business of making movies, your job is to make movies. It shouldn't matter if it's a scary movie, a science fiction movie, a kung fu movie, whatever. You're in the business of making movies. The whole reason I stayed in Virginia was because that studio was coming. That studio promised us Hollywood East, and it didn't deliver. Let's say that studio did deliver. Let's say that studio gave me the job. Let's say that studio put me on the pedestal and I was their new it boy. You better believe I'd have nothing bad to say about that studio even when we part ways. And if we part ways on a bad thing, I wouldn't say nothing bad about that studio. Let's say Tyler Perry sees this video and decides, hey, I'm going to go up here and talk to James. I'm going to give him a job. I'm going to make him the movie star that he wants to be. I'm going to give him creative control. We're going to film every one of those movies that he has in one of those damn boxes up there that's ready to go. We're going to give him complete creative control. We're going to film 6 movies in 6 weeks. I'm ready to go. You think I'm going to say something bad about Tyler Perry after that? Fuck no. But I'm not going to say nothing bad about him anyway because I like Tyler Perry. As for the assholes that run the studio that I speak of, you know, it didn't have to end that way. They made me go make a kung fu movie. I couldn't get enough people. I put together my Fallen Dragons as best I got, and they still have it. They never sent it back, unlike Sundance, who sent it back with the "your shit sucks" letter, and that's cool. But it's hard to make a movie in a month without all the people you need to tell the story. I needed 14 good guys. I needed 14 bad guys. I got 3 bad guys and 7 good guys. The story wasn't going to work out the way I planned it. I needed more girls. Thank you to everyone in that film, by the way. The Bowie sisters, Philip, Eric, Adrian, Lewis, Bruce, the guy that played the main bad guy who was the government guy. I thank all of y'all. You know, and I'm sorry that I failed you guys so badly. You know, I made another movie called The Dragon's Breath. Thank you, Mr. Lee. Mr. Hector Lee, thank you. I'd like to thank the girl who left the movie right before we started filming. Thank you, Geeta. You know, I hope your career took off, whatever you were studying. I wish you nothing but the best. Mr. Lee, I apologize profusely for failing. You know, I apologize profusely for failing. Thank you, Jay Diz, who's been with me in every film I've made from the fucking beginning at like 16 years old. You know, so thank you. But, you know, the thing about being grateful, you know, remember where your fucking bread is buttered, man. Remember that shit. Because there are thousands of people like me who have never, ever gotten an opportunity, who's bust their ass to took these down in jobs, scrub toilets, and can't catch a break. That's my story. This is Kung Fu African number 2. Thanks for watching. Be seeing you.